Welcome to Women's Biz Week. I am Coriel, founder and creator of Grown Woman TV. I am beyond excited to be here. And anytime I have the opportunity to introduce you all to what we have going on at Grown Woman TV, it is always an honor. Before I do that, I want to give myself a quick introduction, tell you about what we got going on at Grown Woman TV, and then we are going to get this party started. So I am Coriel. As I mentioned, I am the creator of Grown Woman TV. I have been in the podcasting and media space for almost a decade now. It absolutely sounds crazy coming out of my mouth, but yes, it has been that long. I launched my very first podcast way back in 2015 and have since learned so many lessons. With those lessons learned, I decided to start teaching other people the lessons that I was learning through coaching and courses. But then people wanted some real help. And so I started producing other people's podcasts, which led me to creating Grown Woman TV as a platform that amplifies the voices of Black women. We are on a mission to change our perspective and perception of Black women in media. And we do that by creating purpose-driven and positive content for the Black community, specifically from Black women for Black women. So we produce and distribute several shows, several different topics, all centered around conversations that are valuable and beneficial for Black women. So regardless of the season that you're in, whether you're in your single season, whether you have recently transitioned into motherhood or marriage, or whether or not your priority right now is to get your mental health together, Grown Woman TV has something for you. So you can not only tune in and tap into all of our shows here on YouTube, you can also download our Roku app by searching Grown Woman TV, and there you can stream all of our shows. Now, tonight we are kicking off day one of Women's Biz Week. This is our opportunity as part of Women's History Month to celebrate, showcase, highlight, and feature some phenomenal women business owners. Now, it's Women's History Month, but this is our way to celebrate women who are making history. What better way to make history than by being the first to do it first? So many of the women who you are going to hear from over the next 3 days are women who did not come from entrepreneurial families, meaning they did not have any familial resources, and majority of us don't have formal training either. So we are literally making history by pursuing our dreams and creating these businesses. So it's super important that we don't just cheer people on as they start the business, but that we are here to support them while they are trying to sustain these businesses. We already know about all of the statistics around how quickly women are starting businesses, but then also how quickly we are failing in those businesses as well. And so it's important that we continue to support one another. So thank y'all for being here, for showing up, for all of the amazing women that you are about to hear from. Now, we are about to get into our very first shopping segment, but I want to tell you what you can expect, okay? So this is our own remake, our own rendition of the Home Shopping Network. This is like the 2024 version, okay? The virtual version of Home Shopping Network. So this is an opportunity for each of the businesses featured to have a 10-minute interactive shopping segment. Now, they have the creative control to do with those 10 minutes what they want. Some of them have slideshow presentations. Some of them are doing mini trainings. Others are doing like fashion shows. We've had people who have done like product tutorials. You name it, they've done it. I'm always excited to see how creative they can get with showcasing their businesses. This is the meat and potatoes of how entrepreneurs get the word out there about their business, grow their networks, and really create sustainable businesses. And so we want to make sure that we are supporting them the best way we can. So share this link with a friend. It is free to be here. We are all about group economics. In this case, you are not only supporting the Black community, but you are specifically supporting the Black women in our community. So I have a quick 42-second commercial break, and then I will be back to introduce our very first entrepreneur. The Collective is my private community for podcast girlies of color. If you want to learn how you can turn your passion for podcasting into an actual payday by landing brand deals, booking sponsored interviews, or becoming a guest on other people's podcasts, this is the perfect community for you. As a member of the Collective, you get access to monthly coaching, virtual trainings, podcast audits, invitations to in-person events, as well as opportunities for virtual speaking. If you want to learn more, log on to grownwomantv.com. I'll see you there. I'll see you there. So if you happen to be a podcast girly or an aspiring podcast girly, the Collective is a private community that will teach you everything you need to know to start and grow a popular and profitable podcast. Without further ado, our very first entrepreneur might also be somebody who could help you start and grow your business, create and build your personal brand. So get ready to hear from Lauren Gill, who is the CEO behind Power Publicity.
Hi, everybody. Thank you so much, Coriel, for that wonderful introduction. My name is Lauren Gill, and I am the founder and chief power specialist at Power Publicity. And today, I'm going to talk to you about the Get Featured Challenge. But before I get into that, I want to give you just a little bit of background about me. So first off, my abandoned dreams of being a rock star, my abandoned childhood dreams of being a rock star is what led me here to be in front of you today. When I was growing up, I was always fascinated by the music and entertainment industry. I had a bit of talent, so I thought I was going to be the next big rock star. But honestly, the thought of fame and everything that came with it, and this is even pre-social media area where you can get online and somebody drags you for 24 to 48 hours. But that was intimidating. At the same time, I knew I really wanted to work in the industry. So that's where I decided as a teenager, like, maybe I could find a job working behind the scenes. So that's when one day I was watching this old TV show on MTV called Diary. I know I'm kind of dating myself, but I saw Miss Yvette. She is Beyonce's publicist. And it was either the group or it was just Beyonce. And I just happened to saw her. I see her working with her, and I'm just like, I could do that job. Not knowing what the job was, not knowing what she was doing. All I just knew that she could work with the artist. That seemed cool. And that was just that. So fast forward, I get to college. I finally was able to connect the dots and see exactly what Miss Yvette was doing. Noticed that I had the natural gifts and abilities to actually do that job. And I was able to fuse it with my love of entertainment. And I also wanted to be an entrepreneur and started my own firm. And that's how I kind of started Power Publicity in 2013. And it's over my course of my over 15-year career as a publicist, I've got to work with some really great people, as you see here on the screen, whether creating campaigns for these people or collaborating with them, doing their red carpet events from, like, as you can see, American Black Film Festival, South by Southwest, Rock City. If it's out there, I've probably done it. And over the course of that, I've been able to get some really great results for my clients. These are just some of the spaces that I've been able to have my clients featured, help them be able to grow their visibility, and to grow their brand. But in my time working in entertainment and mostly the nonprofit fields, I would always get business owners that would come to me about getting publicity, and usually two things would happen. One is that it was totally out of their budget as far as hiring a publicist. And two, while they knew they needed it, they didn't fully understand why. So right now, I kind of want to go over just some brief reasons of why your business actually needs publicity. The first one is increases your visibility. So just think, if you were to see your business in some of these platforms that you probably dreamed about seeing, like a Black Enterprise or a Forbes, or even your local TV, the amount of awareness that can grow, the amount of people and mass exposure that can give you. Also, publicity helps to boost your credibility. Now, if you see an advertisement, whether you know a person actually paid to deliver that message for you, versus if you see a news segment on the TV that usually had to be vetted, it had to go through an editorial team. Somebody had to decide this has something of value that will be valuable to a large mass of people. The next reason why I think a lot of y'all can relate to is that algorithm is a hater. It is a straight up hater. How many times have you been pushing out really good content, but the algorithm changed? You're like, dang, I got to do this all over again. Or you just notice like things just keep getting lower and lower and lower and lower, and it's just so frustrating. By implementing publicity into your strategy, you'll be able to get to reach all those people that you've been missing on your timeline. The next reason, of course, it will help you to attract more customers and clients. And then the last reason I have on here is that it helps you to build and protect your reputation. Now, unless you've been living under a rock, unfortunately, last summer when Keith Lee went to Atlanta, it was not a good time. It was one particular restaurant that they did not respond too well, and they got very negative press. I mean, Rolling Stone, some of these big publications. Imagine had they had an actual PR strategy to really respond to that, or just had a PR strategy, period, where they could able to really build and protect their brand. That situation would have ended completely differently. It would have been completely different. But I also want to kind of get into a little bit of one of the case studies I have from just one of the people I work with, and just the transformative power of publicity. So I had the opportunity to work with this really great organization called the Hip Hop Film Festival. They started in 2016. Their whole focus is we showcase filmmakers from the culture all around the world. They've done festivals here, South Africa, other African countries, Latin America, South America, you name it. But unfortunately, when I came to them in 2018, they was not getting the publicity they did deserve, and it had very little visibility. When I talked to the founder, she was like, girl, I've been trying to form partnerships with these major streamers, and they all asking me, well, where have you been? Who's featured you? Who know you? You don't have publicity? Be good, bro. And that was a huge issue for her, because she was trying to build these partnerships because she wanted to get distribution for the people in her festival. Once we started working with her, built a strategy, was able to get some of these great placements that you might see on the screen, we was able to help them to grow their visibility by up to 50% over 4 years. And now today, present day, she has relationships with the Amazons, the Netflix, the All Blacks, all of these great people who she had been trying previously to get relationships with in order to grow her organization and to provide more resources for her filmmakers. And that is the type of transformative power and the transformative change that I want to help you have in your business. And that's why I created the Get Feature Challenge. So when we talk about the Get Feature Challenge, what is it? Some of the things it's going to help you to do is it going to help you to stand out from the competition and actually get noticed in front of your audience. It's also going to help you to position you as an expert. The next thing, which is really important for me, is that you become the go-to provider in your industry or field, whether it's health or wellness, beauty, medicine, whatever it is. If you are able to get good publicity over a sustained period of time, that allows you to become the go-to provider in your field. The next thing is that it helps you to expand your audience. Then, of course, and our last thing that I have here is that it allows you to create an emotional connection that will inspire your audience to buy from you. I don't know about y'all. I only got to maybe part 13 of the Reesa Teesa story, but the reason that that thing went so viral and people related to it so much is because a lot of people saw themselves in Reesa Teesa. They can relate to what she went through, whether it may be like on that level or maybe a smaller level. And it humanized it, made it relatable. And that is the same type of thing that happens when you tell your story. You tell your story behind your business and how you got there and how you are able to help the people that you are trying to serve. Now, when you join this challenge, this is what you get. It's a 6-day challenge. Every day I'm going to give you a lesson where it'll show you step by step how to build your PR strategy. Now, you're not going to be alone because I'm going to give you personal feedback on how to best do that. Along with that, you'll get access to our Press in 90 Days or Less masterclass, where I'm going to show you a few specific places where you can start getting publicity in the short term. Some places that some people may have not even thought of. Also, we're going to have a live Q&A. We're going to have a really fun, interactive live Q&A where you can ask me any question that you want about getting publicity for your business. Now, To get started with the Get Featured Challenge, it's completely free to sign up. However, and I mean however, if you really want to put a spotlight on your business, you're really going to want to consider and come in at the VIP spotlight option. Because in that particular option, you get everything in the Get Featured Challenge, as well as a media pitch template. Now, with this media pitch template, it's going to give you a template for you to create a media pitch that you could send to journalists that will want to make them to cover your story. There's also some sample pitches in there. Some of them are even some pitches that I have used to help get publicity. So you're not going to have to be twiddling your thumb and trying to figure out how to create a media pitch, because that's something, if you've never done it before, is maybe a little difficult. So I'm going to take the guesswork out for you. The last thing is, of course, you'll get a 30-minute power session with me where I'll give you really in-depth feedback on how to actually implement this strategy that we are building over the course of this Get Featured Challenge. So if you're ready to get featured, if you're ready to get publicity for your business so you can grow your visibility and your brand, you can hit this link right here where it says bit.ly/Get Featured Challenge, and I will see you in the challenge.
Period. I will see you in the challenge. Regardless of the industry that you are in, as Lauren mentioned, publicity can absolutely put a stamp on your name. When you are reaching out to people to secure podcast interviews, for partnerships, for speaking opportunities, the first thing they are going to do is the first thing that you do. Go to Google. And so if people are able to Google you and find you in a good light, that can absolutely help you to grow your business. So follow Lauren at Power Publicity on Instagram. We are going to keep this party rolling. Tonight, we have 3 amazing entrepreneurs that are featured. You just heard from our first. Up next, I have the pleasure of introducing you to Nakia Smith, who is with Motivated. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me start over and put some respect on your name. Up next, I have the opportunity to introduce you to Nakia Smith, who is here with Forged in Fire. Let me bring you on up, Nakia.
Oh, awesome. Thank you. Thanks for having me. Hey, y'all. I'm Nakia. Let me get my thing going. Oh, I did not upload my slides. Okay. So, lesson learned there. My first time using Streamyard, so I did not upload any slides. I will just try to say the information and get it out to you.
Do you want to take a second and upload them?
If we can skip, that would be great. My bad.
You're good. Go for it.
All right.
You can just wave at me when you're ready to come back.
All right.
All right, y'all. We are going to pause for the cause while we give Nakia an opportunity to get her slides up and rolling. While we are doing that, I would love for you to share a post on Instagram, tag at Power Publicity. Tag her and let her know something that you learned. She just shared some of the amazing ways that public relations and PR can assist and support you in growing your business. And it's always good for us to let our people know that we were here to support them. So tag her in a post if you learned something from her presentation. While you are there on Instagram, you can also go ahead and follow Nakia at She Is Forged. She is Fire Forged. It's scrolling right down at the bottom of your screen. And while you're on Instagram, if you are not already following Grown Woman TV, make sure you do that as well. We are at Grown Woman TV.
I think. Okay, I think we're good. Let's see. Oh, okay. Sorry, y'all. I am not a techie, unfortunately. Okay. 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 Can you guys hear me? Am I on? Am I back on, girl? Okay.
You're
So,
perfect.
you guys, I was like, I just saw it. I see the set. Okay, guys, about me. I am a doctor by training. I have zero tech skills. I am new to entrepreneurship. So please give me some grace. I'm just trying to put myself out there. I am Nakia Smith, an anesthesiologist, and my life, like the slide says, has been a pretty much a roller coaster. I am here to share my story. I'm here to share about Forge and Fire and what I think we can do to help. So this is me in my heyday, young, innocent, carefree, like most of us were. I was always taught to do more, to be more. I was the good student, always striving for more, getting good grades, all of that good stuff. And it's always been this journey of perfection for me. So fast forward some years, I graduate from medical school at Howard. I was a good student, but it did take some effort for me to get into medical school. I actually only got into one, and I'm happy that it was Howard. But after that, I made deep connections, and I persevered through medical school and residency training, and became my adult self. I got married in 2020 at the very well, not the end of the pandemic, but as the pandemic was simmering down, I was able to marry my husband, and I figured, wow, I have completed the life cycle of all the shoulds that I had, right? I should become a doctor. I should get married. I should live happily ever after. Shortly after getting married, me and my husband moved to Las Vegas for what was my dream job. That's what they sold me, right? They told me it was everything that I wanted. I believed them. So I up and moved from Baltimore, Maryland to Las Vegas to live the dream. But when I got here, it was definitely not the dream. It was actually a hellish job. And it was probably my biggest nightmare. But I am very, very happy to have had that experience. So in this job, I spent 1 year there, again, newly married, moved across the country for my dream job, and I was just full of so many emotions. I felt very lonely, very exhausted, overworked, isolated. I was neglecting myself, neglecting my self-care, neglecting my health and wellness, and overall, I had anxiety. I would wake up every morning with dread for going into work. And at one point, I just figured, like, how could this happen to me? I did everything that I was supposed to do. Isn't my life supposed to be better than this? And I immediately felt guilt and shame for having such a good life and feeling bad about it. And that was my turning point. I was like, I am in control of my life. I can make any changes I want to live the life that I want to live. So this is the problem. If you're a Black woman, I know you feel me. We are tired, okay? Black girls are magical. Black girls have it together. Black girls are tired. We're tired of wearing a mask at work, presenting our less, a muted version of ourselves for fear of being called aggressive or angry. We are tired of neglecting ourselves. We are always putting everybody before ourselves. We're taught that way, and we continue to live that way. We are tired of being overwhelmed and exhausted, and we are tired of hustling. Now, if any of those are like you, then you feel me. Like, this is the life I was living. I was so tired. And I was like, what am I supposed to do? What is the solution to this? I could go on vacation for a week. I come back, I'm just as tired as soon as I get back to work. So on rebounding from my burnout, I created my company, Forged in Fire. And our motto was, she is fire forged, because she is not burnt by the fire. She is created by the fire. I felt like I was in the pits of my fire, and I emerged stronger than ever. We have always been taught to do more and to be more just to be seen as equals. And while Black women are amongst the most highly educated, we are often the most isolated at work. We are less likely to have similar peers in a similar lifestyle as us. We are less likely to have mentors. We are steadily climbing in burnout rates, and that is taking a serious toll on our health, our wellness, our longevity, and our overall happiness. So I created my company, Forged in Fire. We believe in the power of community and connection. We believe that tribe is essential to thrive, and we believe that self-care and setting boundaries, we believe in self-care and setting boundaries without guilt. And so I've created about 3 to 4 retreats since recovering from burnout. And my next upcoming retreat is May 10th through the 12th. The Tribe Retreat is about empowering women of color to thrive. This is a weekend curated especially for you to rest, for you to let the mask down, for you to let your authentic self show, for you to share those stories you have nobody else to share with. You will leave feeling rested and rejuvenated. You will leave feeling empowered to say no and to rest without guilt about being lazy or non-productive. You will leave with the support of like-minded women who are just as exhausted and overwhelmed as you, and you will leave knowing that you are not alone on this journey. Oops, sorry.
This is
So this retreat is created and hosted by me. We do have the wonderful Dr. Shantae Holly coming in and doing a keynote, because if you follow her on Instagram, you know she believes in thriving community, connection, authenticity, vulnerability. And I believe that we could all tap into those things a little bit more. And we will have a soul brunch on Sunday to conclude the weekend that will be with a musical selection by Zenobia and Friends, a local Black female artist.
this is something that I didn't even know that I needed at the time.
Testimonials.
So if this is something that you think might benefit you, then take the leap and make a change and come join us.
It was just an amazing trip. There is something on swag on the event. And I'm just so happy that I decided to go, even though I've been sick. So thank you again, Dr. Lucia, for inviting me. And I can't wait for the future.
I am so glad I was able to participate in this wellness retreat for my own well-being and mental health, as well as meeting these incredible, powerful women that I will share lifelong experiences with.
I highly encourage that if you have the time and availability to attend one of these She Is Fire Forge events, to go. It teaches you how to pamper yourself. And I think that's what we're all missing in life, is a little bit of self-care. It helps you be a better person.
So with that being said, I would love to connect with you. I see my information is scrolling, so follow me on social media. I love connecting people on social media. And I have some QR codes. The first one is for the Tribe Retreat. You can book directly from that QR code, or you can sign up to listen to a short series to learn more about me and why the retreat is good for you. And secondly, if you want to just talk more, you can just connect with me on Zoom. I would love to do a coffee chat. And if you sign up using this, go ahead and use the coupon code Tribe Tuesday. You'll get 10% off. And I look forward to meeting you in real life or on Zoom or on socials in the future. Thank you for your grace. Again, we're all just putting ourselves out here. No entrepreneurship experience and definitely no tech experience. It's just a learning journey.
Listen, we are here to celebrate you and support you for being here, for putting yourself out there, and for creating something phenomenal that is a solution that so many women need. So shout out to you for being here, and congratulations in advance on your sold out retreat.
Thank you, girl.
All right, y'all. So listen, one of the mottos that I am literally living by is that rest is not a reward. Okay. Rest is not a reward. Rest is a requirement. All right. In order for us to go out here and do all of these amazing, magical things, Black and magical things we love to do, we have to make sure we are replenishing ourselves. And so retreats like that, communities like that are super, super valuable. All right. We are moving into our final segment of the evening. I have the honor and pleasure of introducing you to Mary Jones. She is here representing, why do I keep doing this to y'all? Miraculous Manifest is the course, but the name of her business is Motivated Express. Coming on to the stage is Mary Jones.
Hello, everyone, and thank you so much, Coriel. So again, my name is Mary Jones. I am a mother, author, and CEO of Motivated Express, LLC, which launched 2 years ago in 2022. However, I recently launched the Miraculous Manifest course, How to Overcome Adversity. That was on March 4th, 2024, and I would like to tell you all why I started it. So here's my why. I started this because it was a total life transformation for me. I experienced this shift in my life, prompting me to find deeper purpose. It was a spiritual awakening for me. I really wanted change in my life. So I asked the Most High God, how do I, go about, making sure that I can help others while making sure my journey is being told. So, within the 2 years of this journey of, fasting, celibacy, sobriety, and just ongoing. It was just a spiritual awakening that happened. And, God said, maybe it's time for you to put your voice out there and let people know that you have been taking these miraculous steps. Things are turning out better and better each day. So this course is about overcoming adversity and just really overcoming those challenges and transforming your life completely. This was the year that God spoke to me and said, you need a plan of strategic execution. So I wrote the outline. It came to me that I need to write an ebook called Healing for Humanity. So I launched the ebook. After that, I put more episodes on my podcast, which is what we'll go over, Motivated Expressionals. And once I did that, it was like, you know what? We did 40 days of purpose. Within that 40 days of purpose, God said, you know what? You need to launch a course and let people know that there's steps to this. There's action steps that you can actually take to make sure that, you follow the right direction. So on here, I had the link to show you guys the course. Is that something I can upload now? Let's see. Or maybe I can share my screen because I wanted to go over the course. Okay. So I will share my screen. All right. So here it is, the Miraculous Manifest course, and it's miraculousmanifest.teachable.com. You will go there. It's pretty straightforward. It outlines the curriculum. So you can see all of the topics. Like we stated before, I'm going to talk about my personal journey, the power of prayer and self-help therapy, healing those self-defeating thoughts that can be limiting beliefs, cultivating a positive mindset, transformation to a healthy lifestyle. That's where you take these action steps to creating new habits. These are all the things I did to overcome adversity. Having to understand the nature of adversity. I remember thinking, how do I get to prosperity? The opposite of that is adversity. So in order to overcome those things, that's what's holding you back from your abundance and success. So you need to be able to do that. I applied faith on this healing journey. It was really about connecting spiritually and having these faith-based practices, mantras, affirmations, meditation, and then there's a recap of everything. The course is very affordable. It's $34. It was March 4th when I launched it. So I thought, okay, that's a great price. You can enroll. I feel that this is transformative. It's enlightening and it's inspirational, just like what Motivated Express, stands for. Once you go down here, you can actually see that there's other things here that I offer. One-on-one Miraculous Manifest coaching, where there's a monthly subscription, $45 a month, but you can cancel at any time. Here's the digital download ebook because I end up making the ebook to the course. It's a 10-step guide to prosperity. So here's the table of contents. Day 1, unlocking your potential. Day 2, embracing positive thinking. Day 3, visualizing your dreams. Day 4, affirming your success. Day 5, overcoming limiting beliefs. Day 6, practicing gratitude, which is my attitude. Day 7, setting clear intentions. Day 8, cultivating self-compassion. And day 9, taking inspired action. Day 10 is where you celebrate your manifestations. This course here includes this download for $7, but it's on Amazon for a little bit more. But this is actually really helpful, and I did this on my podcast as well. So just going back here, if you want to do the bundle, you get the course and the ebook for $40. You get to save $1. So that's pretty neat. This was something, like I said, that I launched just after prayer, meditation, and God gave me this miraculous outcome. So when it came to teachable.com, it was like, what am I going to call this? And the journey has been miraculous. So here's a preview of just opening it. Yep, so there it is. And if you want to enroll, you just click here. It'll get you back to the enroll button. And you sign in and enroll. And there's some payment options. I also have a 14-day money-back guarantee. So if you're unhappy for any reason, you can get your money back. But again, I'm sure you will love it. Absolutely love it. So that's that. Let's go back to the slide here. Okay. So that's the reason why. So the overview again goes back to the fact that it was about healing. This was a healing journey, the power of prayer, self-help therapy, cultivating a positive mindset, taking action, creating new habits, transformation. You don't want to just do this for one moment. You want to make this a lifestyle. How do you make this a whole lifestyle? You have to connect with your faith and spirituality. This is a faith-based healing growth concept too. This course, it's totally different, but it's very doable. Inside the course, I include a gratitude journal that you can download and practice, stating what you're grateful for each and every day. It really does help. It does help. So let's see here. Oh, and I also wanted to share my screen one more time, if that's okay, and talk to you guys about my website and my podcast. Okay, one moment. I did want to go over that. So here's the website, motivatedexpress.com, but it's going to turn into multimillionairemotivation.com because that's the motivation overall. But the podcast is here. And really quickly, though, I wanted to show you my Shopify store because that is something that I just updated. So that's pretty neat. There's some merchandise there just to keep you motivated. Okay. So then I'm going to go back to where we were here and show my slides. Okay. And so again, the podcast is on Apple Podcast, Amazon Music, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. That's where you can find it. It's Motivated Expressionals. You just type that in. Here's the website links again. Guys, I am super excited, Coriel. Thank you so much for having me on here, guys. This is amazing. I met Coriel in 2016 at a book signing. This has been miraculous for me to even be on your podcast, Grown Woman TV. So I am ecstatic. Thank you so much.